Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Ixion. So we would like to get the mushroom wall going, but we're doing a little bit of research towards DLS center so we can actually establish policies. We're slowly expanding our population here, but we've got a bit more room for more people, so we could potentially drop some of these. Actually, this is 45 in total, so we can't drop all of them, but we could drop maybe one of them and start building yet another. That might be a good idea. I would also like to switch some of these things back on again, but unfortunately what the situation is at the moment is that we're not really generating the kind of power that we need. Also on this side we probably need, we're gonna run out of food if we don't do, we're gonna lose food if we don't stock them a little quicker. So we may need a little bit more room for the food things. We're also not dropping off any silicones here. So I think either way, what we'll need to do is build at least a couple of them over here. So let's get moving on that. We've got the DLS center sorted. So if I come in over here into stability, the DLS center unlocks the ability to apply policies within a sector to temporarily address ongoing crises, track specializations, etc. So, but I still don't know how we're going to do this component of things. Anyway, we need more space for people, and we also need to get the polymer numbers up so that we can build some additional. And that's coming up quite nicely now, right? We're up at almost 600, so that we can build the additional solar, because we're out of power yet again. Out of power. How's our population doing over here? It is coming back in, so we can potentially move 10 more people over to the other side. No, but they need to come and work here straight away. So no, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. This one will be food. And then this one can be silicone. So we can start to clear these things out. Because once this one's built, I would actually like to move this out. And that will give us a spot to put some other stuff in here. Maybe the colonization center or something similar. What's our population looking like over here? Yeah, well, we've barely got enough housing for the people as is. So there's not a lot of workers living here. So that colonization center is actually...
protocols have identified a new planet suitable for our colonization test program.
Okay. Let's have a quick look at this. I'll go and have a look at what they've identified. Colonists are non-workers. Yeah, that have been trained in the colonization training. Yeah, we needed that thing, right? Colonists are crucial for colonization events. The number of colonists within the tycoon is shown by hovering the mouse over the population icon at the top of the screen. Okay, that's fine. No problems. Transport colonists. You can transport colonists to a destination using a cargo ship. They are represented by the population icon. Okay, perfect. That's all good, right? I'll get this all sorted here. Once that's built, that'll be silicone. So we'll move the silicone out. The silicone will have to then move over to this way. Are we going to drop power? We may. We may drop power, actually. 3. Oh, but that's already on. And then there's another 3 coming in here. Woohoo! We are on the brim. Close that transmission. Now, let's pop back out. We might lose power. Over here, the DeVille 59. So I'll grab the Xanadu and we'll head on over to DeVille and see what we can see over there. There's still some stuff happening at the Plymouth, but we're all good for the alloys. Our polymers are coming back up, but carbon is becoming a bit of a challenge. Oh, actually, these have all been mined. So what I can do is I can grab the fleet and say, buddies, please come and pick up the carbons for us. But before you do, actually stop that first. We need the carbons to go. I would like the carbons to go straight to the other one. Let's just go back in. Where do we have carbon at the moment? Is there any carbon in here? No, there's some polymers here though, that we're using for building probes. So let's stop the auto build. We'll send out the probe, and then we can actually move we can stop using this. We can send it back to that side. And as long as we don't build ships here, and as long as we can build ships on this side, we should be all good. So I'm starting to clean things up just a tad. Okay, so let's do that. Let's send out the probe. I believe there was something up here, yeah? So let's send out the probe that way, see what that is all about. And then once the probe is sent, I think we'll shut it down and rebuild it on this side. That will give us a little bit more room over here, or potentially, and I want to move this thing out also. There's a lot of little things that we want to do now. We've got way more food available, but we're still not quite there. I would like to build a DLS center. We're absolutely at the peak. These are filling in. So with that in mind, what I can certainly do is let's go back to data, to polymers, to resource management, and forget about polymers in there. Let's move all of our polymers to this side. Okay. So now we'll see polymers being moved over, and that'll be good because we do have the EVA here, which is fine.
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
Okay. So that means this guy doesn't have anything available, but we should be okay, actually. What I'll do is I will switch this one off. And we'll just use...
A science ship team has completed a task.
We'll just use the other one. Oh, the melon has done something. The melon has done something. We do need to move the silicones over. There's a little bit of ice in here. Okay, so that one's sent out. Let's deconstruct that. That'll give us a little bit more power. We'll reconstruct it on this side. Oh, there's quite a bit of alloys in there. That's okay. Not to worry. Let's have a quick look. If we look at space on this side, the probe launcher. Yeah, the probe launcher is pretty pricey, actually. If we do that, yeah, that's not going to give us anything. So I'd rather just do it over here and see if we can't use some of that space a little bit. That's okay. Not to worry. I think things are okay. That's back up and running again. So that should work. That's being emptied out. That is being emptied out. So let's go and... Okay, cancel that for the time being. Let's pause it for a second. So I don't want that. I may want to get the silicone out of this. Yeah. And then what we may do is we may open up this one to fill it up. So let's grab, do we want to put the silicone? Yeah, let's just put the silicone in there. So we'll move the silicone over that way. And this is still being constructed. And I may have to switch it off straight away. Which I'd be happy to do.
No more resources available to mine.
Okay, no more resources available to mine. So let's pop out. See if there's anything for us. There's a probe heading out that way. We don't have a probe ready to go. And we'll get carbon to come in, but we don't have anywhere to deliver carbon, so no one is picking up carbon right this minute. That one is moving over. Okay, and this guy's done. Let's quickly have a look at this. Ooh. Our team was able to survey one of the many crystalline cavities beneath Plymouth 37 surface. Inside these gigantic geodes, huge crystals are bathed in toxic and corrosive gases. Despite the hazardous environment, conditions and disorientation caused by the cavity's kaleidoscope nature, no incidents occurred. The team was able to draw new conclusions about subterranean nuclear activity and its impact on the formation of crystalline structures. Okay, leave the planet. Oh, ready for extraction, 60 carbon. As we were preparing to take off, we spotted a geological formation that appears to house some sort of cave dwelling Some sort of quote dialogue. We are requesting permission to investigate the site. Ooh, the Melon's team will search the geological formation for evidence. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We may as well. I'm hoping it's not too bad. Okay, now what do we need? What I want to do is once this is done, I want to move one of the cargo ships over, and I'll get that cargo ship to deliver. I want to move all the cargo ships over, and they will start delivering the various things for us. So let's do that. Should almost be done. It's going to take us a number of people, actually. We can... How many workers do we have over here ready to go? We can move at least 15 over. Let's move 15 more workers over. Do we have a room for 15 workers? We do. So let's immediately move 15 workers from Sector 1 to Sector 2, workers only. 15 of them, and start that migration. That'll keep our housing okay there. And should be okay on this side. There should be more than enough housing on this side. I don't know why that's a thing. And then we can start switching things on again. So this is ready to go. It's got workers over here. We've got extra workers, extra hours at the moment. Let's just switch it off for... Is there anything we can switch off that's going to be... Because I don't want us to run into trouble. So let's just switch that off just for a second. While we quickly sort that out. Our polymers are reasonable, so we want to switch this one back on so we can build the extra power infrastructure. We've got this silicone being moved out. We definitely want to get our iron moved to the other side. Got the ice, 8 more ice over there. It's the situation here, just barely enough. This is Sector 2, it's red. 18 available power. Hull integrity is holding. It's dropping slowly because we've got 1 EVA working on it at the moment. Yeah, this guy is struggling a little bit. And we should have, ample alloys ready to go on this side too. Okay, good. And we're slowly moving people through there. We could, once we've got everything else cleared up.
Population transfer complete.
Excellent. So now we've got people here, right? So now we've got at least 150 people ready to work. Hang on, if I have a look at this, why is there 153 people here? Oh, it might be 3 in the infirmary. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. And we do have housing for them all, right? Yeah, more than sufficient. Okay, now, this means we can now switch things on. However, we need to bear our power in mind. So let's switch on this one. Okay, and that gives us to that point, and I think that means from here, what we'll do is we will go about getting our extra power going. So if I go to this one, 45 plus 1. Anyway, the other one should be on the other side. So let's do that. See if we can get the polymers to go. Extra power is going to be quite useful for us at this point in time. And then I want to switch on this one. What is that going to do in terms of power? Too much power. Too much power. What I'll do is, do we drop the alloys for a little bit? I don't think so. The polymers we definitely need because we're using them fairly quickly. And the alloys we're using pretty quickly too. What is this saying? This building has no more room. So this thing needs to be switched back on. We can do that. Let's switch that one on and start moving our alloys through a little bit quicker. A probe has completed its scan and discovered a point of interest.
The team has completed a task.
Pop out again, have a quick look. So we've sent a probe over here. Oh, Rokatonsky D79. That one's still on the way this way. And this guy has said what exactly? After approaching the supposed location of the troglodyte dwellings, they were revealed to be nothing more than optical illusion. This effect was caused by the light filtering through the thick fog of Plymouth 37's atmosphere. Well, that's okay. Cool. Okay, so now the Xanadu, the Xanadu's other side, the melon can now make its way over here. Well, actually, make your way over there, and then we'll move further afield that way. What is this? Oh, this is the mining ship coming over here to come and... Actually, Melon, do your thing first. Get up, pick up our science first. There we go. Collecting science, a bit of a weird thing there, but okay, this one is arriving there. Going to pick up our science. The mining has been done. There's plenty of carbon ready to go. We do need to bear in mind that we're probably out of iron and we need to get another probe up and running, which is something that we shouldn't be too far off. We do need to keep moving people into this area, but we also need to set up our power, which is what we should currently be working on. People are getting injured all the time. Hang on, let's just have a look here. If we're going here, we've got optimal conditions. I don't know why people are constantly being injured. Sector 1 is no longer... Oh, specialized in space. Oh, I see. And that, I think, is the impact on hull integrity as well. That's an interesting one. That is because I wanted to move this one out too. That is quite interesting. I thought I'd... Yeah, okay.
Arrived at its destination.
That is a bit of a bummer, isn't it? That is a bit of a bummer. I wasn't quite thinking that that's what I was going to do. Anyway, we are busy creating polymers. We're busy creating alloys. The alloys are filling up. We've got a fair bit of alloys. We've got this thing sorted out. We can start bringing in iron straight over here. I don't think iron is being... I think our ships aren't doing anything, right? At the moment, our ships have absolutely nothing to move. And if I want them to bring in carbon stuff, I need to bring them in on this side. Now, from a power... Oh, power is done. Okay, now, how many workers do we have over here? We can switch this one on. So switch that on. Give me... let's just bring in this guy. And the kangaroo and the glue scap. Okay, we'll bring them all in this way. And then... What we'll say is forget about dropping stuff off on that side. Let's just start picking up the carbon, because the carbon can certainly come in now. So let's go to the fleet and say, buddies, all of you, go and grab our carbon out there. So it'll come back in, and we'll continue the production over here. We also need to make sure we are doing the other stuff too. Okay, now we have a little bit more room here. So if we could do waste treatment, we could potentially do waste treatment over here and store it and move it over. So that's something we can bear in mind. We've got hull integrity moving back up again. That's good. We've got silicone sorted out. We can probably clear some of these things out now. Yeah, they're actually moving through some of those people there, even though we've said no more people being put in there. Moving through this fairly quickly. Optimal conditions. Workers are being generated fairly quickly too. I'm a little worried about this. We do need to set something up with regards to making this work. How many workers do we have over here? We've got 2 left. This is going to take 9, so we do need to move more workers over. Do we have room? I don't think we have lots of room left. We've got 9 left. 9 can actually cover this. Can we move 9 workers from this side? We can move 5. Unless we switch something off. So I can quite comfortably switch that off. And now we've got 10. Cool. Okay, let's move 10 over. Let's move 10 over from Sector 1 to Sector 2. 10, start the migration. Thank you. And that should... allow this one to operate. Oh, we've got optimal conditions. Let's do a bit of an auto build there for us. Really? We've got optimal conditions here? Oh. Ah, there we go. Extra. Oh, where are we? Sector 2 has no food. Extra. Okay, let's... So what am I switching off now? I need to switch something off, right? I could potentially switch one of these off. Let's switch one of those off. It takes 30 workers. My goodness. Okay, so that's going to be good. Now, and we need to get food cracking, but before we... So is food... Are we out? No, oh, it just wants to maintain. What is going on with this? Okay, hang on. We've got... Well, we are running out of food, so we definitely need to just do our resource management a little bit with regards to food. Drop that one down, just so that we at least get a little bit more food going on. So bring in the food over would be good. That's there. And what I would like to do is get have a bit of a look at this DLS center. We do need... Oh, we can build a fair bit of this. We just need a little bit... Okay. Would have been nice if we could actually squeeze it in there. We also can't squeeze it in here. It won't fit on that. It won't fit in here. Oh my goodness. We may be able to squeeze it in there though. But actually that's going to be a little bit of a wasted space. Actually... What does our batteries look like? I just want to have a quick look. So if we look at batteries, yeah, we could get 2 batteries in there anyway. Okay, so let's do this. So we'll get it over there to get the battery in place. Okay, and at the same time, we probably want to be running this one in there then, and we'll clear that out. Okay, so let's see about that. So from a stability perspective, now this is probably too much then. Let's have a look at that then, and maybe instead of running it here, what we'll do is we'll just run it right up there. Okay. What I'll do is I'll pause it for a second, so we'll just get the other stuff going. Actually, we can quite comfortably resume that, get the stuff in there. Not the end of the world. Have we started seeing carbon come in? Just have a look. Yeah, I believe the ships are bringing in carbon. No problem. Okay, let's go over here. After analyzing scans, Eden did not detect any readings of note on the surveillance of Deville 59. Requires technology colonization training center.
Population transfer complete.
Okay. Okay, so we've got a population transfer here now. So how many people do we have available? For some reason, we've got tons. Okay, so when it goes to technology, let's have a look. What can we do? We need waste treatment. I wouldn't mind that. We need this colonization thing. So let's pick up colonization, and then we'll see about waste treatment. Actually, forget about that. Let's go waste treatment first. We're halfway there. Not halfway, but we're almost there. We may be able to use some of this and actually just get some more stuff. Actually, get some more stuff. We should hopefully be able to feed our people. It is dropping. It is dropping. We're gonna need more food. And since I can't get the DLS center, may be able to help that. But I'm not necessarily convinced. So what's going on here? Yeah, we've got a bit of homelessness going on. Sector 1. Wow, look at that. We need more homes in Sector 1. Is that right? Sector 2 has a homelessness problem, it seems. Yeah, Sector 2 has a homelessness problem. Not Sector 1. Right? I can't even move anybody. Sector 2 needs a bit of homes. Okay, that's fine. we can certainly have a look at that. I don't know why that's the case. That's not really the case. What we need a few things over here. So let's grab another one of these that we can bring in a little piece, a little bit of electronics over this way, because we need to set up our electronics industry also, of course. So that's the one thing we need to bring on over. Carbon is being dropped off. We potentially need to pick that back up. We do need maybe a bit of housing. Also, so let's just make a start with this. Once that's done, we'll get that in place and we'll move some of these things over a little bit. And then we can start looking at maybe a factory piece here. Yeah, so once that's done, we'll get one piece over and we'll build that. And we can start looking at an electronics factory, which will take a lot of people yet again. Oh, actually, that's not a bad spot for it right there. So I'm going to do that, place it there and pause it for the time being. Actually, is that all it takes? Oh, no electronics? Excellent. So we can actually start working on that. Oops, sorry about that. We can actually start working on that once we've got this one through. Actually, that's pretty reasonable. We just need to bear in mind that we're out of iron. So let's quickly pop out, get a probe out, and get a bit of iron going. Nothing much for us to do there. The melon, is hanging out over here. Send the melon back over this way, and then we'll move it on that way. Oh, we could also do... Yeah, anyway, let's just move it a little bit closer at least. Now, probe-wise, we do need to find ourselves some iron. Ice, and I want to get working on the water as well. Anything? Carbon, ice. Oh, carbon, ice, and iron. Pop it over there. Let's get it done. We'll get some more iron. We'll get some more iron mined. This is let's high priority this one, so that this guy can come and iron this out quickly. What I may do is, for the time being, I'll just say do that, so the high priority will actually make him come and mine over there. This is being picked up fairly quickly. Excellent. So once that's done, we'll move over a piece of electronics, and then hopefully we can get this stuff to start working. How's our workers look like over here? We can almost switch something on. Almost. Hull integrity is fairly high. I'm going to go ahead and switch one of these off, and then what I might do is I might switch that one back on. And that should give us reasonable workers there. So let's switch that one off. Hull integrity will now slowly drop. Excellent. So that's good. What I want to do is bring over. Let's get like
has completed its scan.
5 electronics and 5 electronics. Probe has completed its scan. Oh, that's a close by one, right? Yeah, that's why I said... Okay, so there's a fair bit of stuff to happen over here. 70 plus 7 plus 70, right? Okay, and then a lot... well, it's not that much carbon, actually. And lots of ice there. No. Doesn't seem to be listening to me. Forget about that. Just go... straight for the carbon. Yeah, there we go. Get that carbon done first, and then you can move over that way. Okay. Good stuff. We've got a bit of research underway, right? Yeah, almost done with the colonization. It's not colonization, it's waste treatment first, I think. Food. Okay, let's get this cracking straight away. Yes, excellent. Let's get that done to see if we can't activate the waste. This one, the mushroom wall. Mushroom wall is a bit of a dilemma for us. We need How much more living space do we have? Not really. I think we're out of living space here. Yeah, we are. So what we need to have a look at is what do we have here? We can move 4 more people over. In order to do that, we'll probably need yet some more housing. So let's have a look. Can I squeeze in another? I can. Let's squeeze in another housing piece there, and we'll run a bit of a road through there. So let's get that sorted. Get some more housing onto this side so we can get moving on some of this. This is going to need a ton of people. That one's ready for the time being. Our polymers are doing okay. Our hull integrity is kind of holding. And we're back up doing our alloys, which should be good as well. Once we get that one built, I'm hoping that means we can switch the mushroom wall on and sort that one out. Iron is coming straight in here. Carbon is coming straight in here. I should probably build stuff so that we can start moving the silicone over. Ooh, I can switch that off and take that out, so that's no longer a resource. And to be honest, yeah, let's just leave it in there for the time being. That's not an urgent requirement for me to do anything with. But I do want to build some extra. Let's build this first. We'll get some extra pieces going. We do need to get this going as well. Yeah, I like we're getting a fair bit of this stuff coming in now. And that means we're constantly creating the polymers. Actually, this sector is doing really well. Technology Waste Treatment Center has been unlocked. So let's have a quick look at that. So where would that be? Maintenance? No. Come on. Space, factories, waste treatment. Okay, can transform either 50 waste into 50 alloys, 50 waste into 20 polymer, or 50 waste into 1 electronic. And it does take some electronics and some alloys to build and some workers. And it is industrial. Yeah, it goes into the industrial area. Oh man, look at that. I think it works. It squeezes in there like it's made for it. So anyway, we might have a look at that. I'm not going to build it straight away. What I'd rather do is I'll move over here and say, let's head on over and do the colonization center as well. We've got the research to go. We do need to get that research all sorted out. We should be mining some stuff here. So a ship should be making its way to come and pick some stuff up here. We really don't need mining any quicker, I think. This thing is almost built. I'm pretty keen on seeing what that looks like. What's our conditions looking like? So we've got about 7 people there. Oh, it only takes 3. Good. So when that's in place, what does that mean? Let's finish off that construction. We've got a fair bit of power left. Pretty keen on seeing that, and then we'll end the episode right there. Just want to see what this DLA center will actually give us. Okay, tutorial in terms of policies. Let's have a quick look at this. Okay, so sectors is done. We've gone through this. Minimap, yes, and then policies. Policies are sector-specific measures you can take in response to various crises. They impact the living conditions of the crew within a sector. For example, they might change the sector's working conditions or resource management strategy. Okay. A sector's policies can be accessed once a data listening center has been constructed within it. So we'll want to do one in each one, I think. Keep in mind that you will not be able to change policies as often as you'd like, and you will have to wait between each policy set. Okay, good. Now, when we hit this, what are we saying? Policies. Okay, we're in sector 2. Sector gains bonuses. Batteries last 20% longer. Not really what I'm after, when it contains certain number of buildings and types. Okay, so propaganda, stability +1, intense stability +2. Okay, food, restricted, stability -1. 1 food feeds 16 people, normal, and generous. Okay, so if we had lots of food, we can do that. Working conditions, intense, building operation requires 25 field workers. Stability 0 normal, and supported building operations requires 25% more. Okay. Body recycling, corpses are turned into waste. Conditional on waste recycling policy being active. Okay, we'll have a look at that. And then disposal of corpses, that's okay. Waste recycling, stability -1. Waste can be stored in stockpiles. And then waste distraction, which is definitely not what we want to do. Starving population, keep working, stay home. Okay, and then, okay, that's fine. Starving population stays home. Infirmaries, stability -1. Infirmary capacity increased by 25 and normal. Cryopod awakening, workers first, -3 stability, everyone. So really not. So I just want to do waste recycling. Okay. So implement policy waste recycling. In Sector 2, stability -1, waste can be stored in stockpiles. After settling this policy, you will have to wait 10 cycles before another policy can be set in Sector 2. Yes, let's do it. That's the one I wanted to do anyway. So, I think we are okay with it because we're dealing... it's got a propaganda, so it's kind of countering itself. Then, what we need to do then is we need to go ahead and build... another one of these and manage our waste in there. So let's get that built fairly quickly. I'm gonna stop the episode now. I just want to get this waste thing moving. How many people do we have here? Optimal conditions. We've got 4 extra people. That's gonna need 10. So we'll need to move people over as soon as we've got this built. But for some reason things are... We can switch that on and get some more workers to work there. Okay, get cracking. Excellent. So we've got waste management going on. Waste is being generated everywhere, and we should be able to get waste moved that way. Let's get waste in place here. So once waste is ready to go, we'll switch that one back on. We'll just need to move a few people over. Let's have a quick look. How many people do we have over here? We can move at least 10 people over, maybe even more. We can switch that one off and move 15 over. Let's switch that one off and move 15 people over. So let's get cracking on that. From Sector 1 to Sector 2, 15 people. Start the migration. Thank you. That'll be done in just a jiffy. And then we can move on from there. We can send out another probe if we wanted to, but I'm not going to do it right now. Excellent. Waste is starting to pile in. Okay, so what I'll do for the time being, I will switch this one on. We're in extra work conditions at the... We're in extra work at the moment. So what I might do is I might go ahead and switch off one of these until we get some workers. And then I'll switch that one on. And what I want to do is see about a bit of the food generation here. That is critical for us to get sorted. So does it need multiple? Or does it have to wait for 6 before it starts? Let's see. Just want to see how that works. And yes, okay, so there it goes. So once it's got 6, it starts moving, and it'll generate food for us so that we can hopefully feed our people a little bit more. Now, I think we should be okay if we can keep running waste. We can keep running waste, that should be okay. I think we're actually quite comfortable here at the moment. Yeah,
Population transfer complete.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. We'll have you. We'll get you a house in just a minute. Now that means we should be okay to open this one back on again. Perfect. Let's do that. Oh, we're out of iron. My goodness. My goodness. Okay. Switch it back off then. Clearly we don't need it. Let's quickly pop out. Get the iron going. Yeah. So this guy is coming in to do the iron. Iron is high priority for us. We do need that to make sure we can keep the alloys going. Then I'll send out the probe one more time. Try and find a little bit more iron around here. If we can get it as close as possible. Oh, there's something in here, right? But I'm not going in there, not until we've got a little bit better. I want lots of iron. There we go. Big iron deposit over here. And some ice, and probably a point of interest as well somewhere over here. But I need the iron first. So let's go for the iron first. Send that probe out. Iron is the one for us. Okay, guys, and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. There's lots to happen, but I think we're fairly stable now. We need to start producing our own electronics, and that's kind of going to be the next thing. And I think we've got stable. I think we're pretty stable now with regards to food. We also need to start looking at the water. But yeah, and we need to get the colonists going so we can set up that facility over there. I think the colonist stuff is ongoing. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you in the next episode. Leave your comments down below. What are you thinking of this game? Is it pretty cool? What's the story like for you? I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.